Hey guys, for anyone only tuning in now, said I'd play a bit of the Pathless. I wanted to play kind of something a bit more relaxing than I normally do. We just got past the very start, the very tutorial. I said I'd spare you guys watching me struggle with the with the puzzles. So we're just at the point where I think the game starts. I briefly played this game before, but never got anywhere far, and so here we go. Let's see how it goes. Oh, wow. Stunning, isn't it? This game is basically entirely movement based, and like there's essentially no combat for the most part. Oh, I already fucked it up. I apologize. But yeah, the game is very much so movement based, as I already said. It's kind of about timing, rhythm, and just timing your jumps and stuff like that. A lot of puzzles and basically no combat, like I said already. Oh, I missed the jump again. Sorry. Again, my timing is brutal, so you will have to bear with me. If anyone is watching, feel free to comment. I'll try to answer any questions you guys have. Guys who made this, Big Squid, I think they made Journey and Abzu, and recently Song of the Sea or Sword of the Sea. I don't know what it is, but it looks awesome. It looks very, very cool. Very Journey adjacent. Can't recall what this does. Maybe it's like a way to level up. You can flap while gliding. Collect more crystals to be able to flap additional times in the air. So this is kind of similar to Breath of the Wild, where it's kind of like a double jump, I assume? Yeah, it gives you a bit more height. So the game is very vertical as well, which is always really, really enjoyable. I love when a game uses verticality like really well. And again, the timing, the sound design, everything about this game is really, really fluid and enjoyable. The music is probably one of my favorite parts of the game. I do plan on playing Sword of the Sea, or Song of the Sea, or whatever it's called. Oh, nice. Okay, get another flap. So, you use up your flaps, and you can't flap anymore. But if you time your jumps and everything else correctly, like this, you should be able to get a bit of height. Like so. Then. Lovely. So the game is really just opening up now. It's got these massive vistas just like this, and the camera just so you can really breathe it in, but it's really stunning. Really, really stunning. But again, it's all based on timing and just kind of vibes, really. Oh, I think this is, yeah. Awaken Cernus, let none pass. So the Godslayer, the overall story, which you didn't miss much, is I am the last hunter or huntress into this isle to basically cleanse the land of the Godslayer, who's that dude there you just saw. It's kind of a bit of a mystery as to why things are happening the way they are, but the eagle I have, or the companion, is basically one of the gods. And as you saw, Cernus there, I think, he is another one of the gods of the land that have been corrupted. And it's kind of your job to set things straight. So there is, like I said, very little combat. Um, but that's kind of what I'm looking for. A bit more of a... There's no mantling really either, so it is very much so timing based. I'm kind of garbage at that, so we'll see how it goes. Bear with me, guys. It's just such a pretty game. Very blue, obviously, but I'm pretty sure as you cleanse the land of these like spirits, see that there, that big red aura is kind of where Cernos is. They kind of tend to, as you can see, it's like approaching me. I'll get swallowed by it now soon. It's kind of unavoidable. As far as I know, again, I might be wrong. Maybe I have to run into it, maybe I don't. But I think it triggers boss fight. It's get kind of spooky. My burb goes flying away, and the burb or the bird is is basically one of the gods of the game. It's just been like powered down, so don't move when the light hits me. This is essentially this is essentially what the combat in the game boils down to. Not much. I basically just have to sneak up to my bird, and I think I can do a takedown. As you can see, Cernos kind of like jumps around the place, and there's several other gods that I'll have to face. Kind of Shadow of the Colossus-esque. You know, we're taking on these Goliaths. Oh, sweet. But again, the combat is minimal. It's more so about vibes, just expressing yourself through like movement and puzzles, which I'm garbage at. So very tense. All right. My bird. Okay, and when your eagle, when you get into that, your eagle will get kind of dirty, and you have to like pet them. It's very interactive, kind of gimmicky, but I really like it. The eagle is very cute. As far as I know, I think the eagle is actually one of the gods, or it's either offspring of one of the gods. It's basically a guide, a spirit guide for you, so to speak. It's very cute. But you have a visor, kind of similar to the Arkham games or any other open world title where you can kind of see points of interest, because there's very little text. And that red glowing thing is where Cernos is, and sometimes it'll encroach on you, and you kind of have to go to these red highlighted areas and clear puzzles, I think, if I recall correctly. So, again, we'll try it. We'll try our best. There's some... Ugh. Get as many of these as I can. Okay, let's see if we can get a bit more fluid with it. Sense of speed is really, really blistering and in a great way. Very Gustavo of Salamanca, or the guy who composed the last of his games. Reminds me of that soundtrack. It's like a harpsichord or a mandolin, what it's called. Really, really. Now, where are we supposed to be going? go. I didn't miss anywhere. As you can see, it's kind of pushing on us, that orb, so you kind of want to avoid it and stay moving, so you don't have to get bogged down by those moments, which is kind of, it's a very organic way of pushing the player in a specific direction, which I really respect. So we'll shoot to get up here. Shut up for a while. So these kind of glowingy areas, if you ever see these blue things, you just put the visor down, they tend to be walls that you can pass through. The design of the Huntress is like very good. This guy called Skill Up, and I used to be very fond of his videos, and he was, you know, I don't agree with every take he has when it comes to a lot of the games that he enjoys are very varied and nuanced, and as I said, like, he was really a fan of this game. So I saw the Godslayer's forces coming from many miles away. I rang and rang and rang the bell, but it was no use. Had we a year to prepare, we still could not have held off his inexorable forces. It's kind of a state of desperation. Okay. I gotta stand on this platform here. Check this. Lovely. Sucker for like a good updraft in the game. I'm sure this game is littered with secrets as well. Okay, so we have a nice vantage point up here. Let's see it across the line. Tower there. Tower I just missed over there, but I think we're going to shoot for this one. God, it really is such a pretty game though. Especially before work, it's like the last thing I want to do is play some high octane gameplay. I was playing the Helldivers update there just a while earlier. Jump back on that and see how it goes. Okay, so I dropped the game last time because I'm really bad at puzzles, and I got into a puzzle that was really difficult. Let's see if my monkey brain can, my goopy goblin gamer brain can figure this out. The great elk is the eldest of the eagle's mother children. They travel down the plateaus, leaving sacred trees behind them. We owe the natural splendor of the forest to Cernos. So Cernos is the deer that we just kind of encountered. Let's do this. We have tried all that we think of to end this terrible famine. If my blood is what is required from the great elk to bring back our crops, so be it. We hope it works. Well, it didn't, buddy. Definitely did not work. Okay, so I see it. So sometimes I see there is a weight that you can get your eagle to grab. Hold down platforms for you. So I'm gonna get my eagle to drop it here. game, guys. Very nice. Okay, so this is one of those talismans that you use to clear the towers themselves. So there is a tower up there. There's two up this way. So we'll jump over here. A second. There's going to be a lot of meandering around. The fourth bell after him. Hell yeah. Ooh-wee. Who'd have thought it? Not me. Get another flap. And the stamina system is very interesting. I really am quite intrigued to play the new game that they have out though. It looks a lot more trick orientated, I suppose. Very much so, kind of like Cyberpunk, which I really like. They announced a sequel for that game as well. So let's see shoot through trees. Cernos is on the move towards us. Let us leave. The one on the left here seems to be a bit closer. This is kind of hard to gauge for me with these games though. My ADHD head is just like, always want to just explore. Wow. There really is just moments like this that make the game shine. Okay, so there must be something I need to get to put into that. Let's shoot him. Why not shoot him? Ah, I see. Wonderful. I got it. Just came to me. The wildlife is quite sparse. At the same time, I'm really glad that they put them in. Like you saw a deer there. There's not many. Big doe just runs in. Go out and fiddle with the controls in a bit, just so I can get the speed of the game to look a lot faster, like as in not frame rate wise, but just if you change the POV, let's just check it out really quickly there. Keep that high. And yeah, but all we have is to work with. sense of scale is really nice as well. So I have to purge these towers. There tends to be about 3, and I think I have 2 tokens right now. Then that triggers a boss fight. One foot. Okay. I want to avoid him. Where are the other towers? There's one there and one there. There's another one. Oh no, right there. Eye of Sauron. Yeah, they kind of remind me of those towers from Middle Earth. Or Middle Earth. Or Mordor. See if we can make it in time before we get stopped. Great, he's getting close, but we might just make it. The Eagle Mother. Starting and tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. I've been thinking about streaming a bit more Helldivers and probably a bit more of like Cyberpunk and Resident Evil in anticipation for, well, the Cyberpunk series, and also for the upcoming Resident Evil game. It's very great. Down there, nestled in the trees, I can still see the prison where they freed the Pathfinder. So much blood was spilled that day. I hope for his followers' sakes that the one true path is worth the sacrifice. So I think I might just actually stream this game in its entirety. It's not that long as you're not inept like me. It's this, but it'd be a nice little challenge to see if I can... Oh, lovely. I think I see a gem that I need. Well, not gem, but one of those talismans. It's not letting me fly. Yeah, because the eagle gets scared in certain areas. You kind of end up having to do a couple things yourself to help purge the area. Just one down. It's interesting that those totems tend to be Godslayer, a vigil of the Godslayer. See now. Yeah, because when you get into these areas, you're very much so on your own. Kind of a interesting mechanic, taking away the autonomy of the player for segments like this. It's one of those games as well where your jumps very much so are determined by how long you press the buttons. I don't tend to be great at that. I didn't play a lot of Spyro or any of those games growing up, so timing can be a bit abysmal at times. But again, in this first area, the puzzles tend to be quite straightforward, I suppose. So, like that prompt says, you gotta pet your eagle just to rid it of all that sulfur, of all that smoke, so she can fly again. It's very nice. It's very like interactive. It was a pretty goal. Nice. Another thing this game did right, which I really appreciated, was it came with a couple of like freebies, a couple of postcards, stuff like that, which I'm always a huge fan of. The game does. So now we have the final token, and there's 2 towers for me to take down. There's one there, and I think there's one. Maybe there's only one left. Yeah, it seems there's only one. So we've got this in the bag, guys. Really, that soundtrack is just incredible. Now we got to move a bit more cued in. Just making sure we're going in the right direction. Really zip across the map quite fast as well, which is always much appreciated. I feel like games nearly kind of hold this type of movement away from the player for longer behind like a sense of like grinding. So it's refreshing to just be able to do what you want for the most part. I haven't touched the ground there for ages. Kind of reminds me of kind of you guys played Just Cause 3. That was very movement centric as well. Obviously around destruction, other kind of means, but hopefully my mic is working as well actually, because it's kind of new to streaming off of the PlayStation. It's a bit spotty. I'd love to get a face cam and something like that as well. Again, it's all money. Speaking of Game of Thrones, these are very Sauron's, very Ubisoft-y kind of towers, but it's very satisfying to just close off these towers. I think once I get this guy now, it'll be good. We have brought light back to the obelisks. That's the Eagle Mother talking. So now the enemy is kind of vulnerable, and as far as I know, it does trigger a boss fight nearly straight away. Now venture into the heart of the curse and cleanse my cursed child Cernus within. It's time to go, guys. Alright, hope you brought your big boy pants. Let's go. He's on the move, he's doing the dash. Gaining. Nice. It's quiet there for a while. I had to lock in. Go. I guess that's a 3-time thing. The design of these gods are so sick. Really, really cool. Boosh. One more. He's done. Oh wow. I love when they changed the design. It would have been easy for them to just like color swap, but it really does just go to show that like it's a corrupted form of the god of that land. Like as you can see, like Cernos really respects his mother, which is the mother eagle, gifted with something. Oh look, we've just cleansed this part of the land. Wow. I thought it was pretty before. Now it looks a lot less like the west of Ireland. A bit less dreary. Wow. Might leave it here, guys. See how it goes. Might just start into the next area. You have cleansed my child. This land is fertile once more. Fighting myself to not make a crude joke there. But your work is not yet done. Continue to the next plateau and cleanse the cursed air. Awesome. Wow. Will of Serenos. The spirit meter is now longer. So my sprint speed has gotten even. And I got another flap. Hell yeah. Let's go. Been here? It seems we have not. No, we have. It just looks completely different. My bad, guys. Love a good updraft. Oh yes, now I recall. The game kind of, as I said, it was really vertical. It kind of wants you to progress across these plateaus. Again, I can't stop drawing kind of like association with Breath of the Wild, you know, the starting area where there's you start out on the Great Plateau. So we're in the Redwood Steep. It's steep, maybe step A. I think step A would sound weird though, so. Again, the land is very different up in here. Okay. Several towers to clear. Probably guess first. Come forth, stout. Burn my hands. Oh, I recall this dude. He reminded me of like a giraffe. Steroids. Again, the design of these creatures is just phenomenal. 2 boosts. I forgot about it. This. May have no choice. So the game kind of makes you then avoid these areas, because then you just kind of have to go into this, pardon the pun, but fight or flight kind of. No skills. Got caught. We got caught. Adios, bird. I've also been thinking about maybe doing some gameplay of Control in anticipation for the new game coming out. Oof. Give them back! Give them back! No! I was wondering what happened there, because you don't have any life, so I have no life. But game kind of focus on keeping you playing, I suppose. You know, people often say, oh, there's no games, there's no this, there's no that. Especially recently, I get really frustrated with the industry, and understandably so. I like that, you know... Sorry, I was trying to say that there are so many games to play, but people just choose not to play any of these types of games. You know, most people complain about there just being no games. Tend to be... 2 of these. Oh shit. Okay, we will pet the bird. If you refuse to play like a lot of these games because there's no action, you're missing out on some incredible experiences. Undeniably so. Serpent. I think this is the exact puzzle that I was like, I want to stop playing. Ooh. I see. Okay. Get this puzzle out of the way. Back. So I mean, I'm not very good at puzzle games. Pull to the Lamb is another one I really want to get into. I played the trial and really enjoyed it. It's so bad. Okay. Okay. Children of Morta, another game that kind of reminds me of this. I don't know why. His packet was really good if I recall correctly. Three of those guys are burning. Guys, I think I'll park the video here. For anyone who tuned in, really am very thankful. And I'll try to get through this. Next time, we'll beat this next god waiting out there. So, see how that goes. Thanks for watching, and sign off.